Guys, we film these intros after we film the podcast so we can give you a sense of what the podcast is about. I've never seen Jessica get as heated on this one. Hopefully you guys enjoy it.
I'm sorry, guys, but that last question was hard for me to talk about. It's always hard for me to talk about these things like publicly, and because I know there's going to be controversy.
Yeah,
but
so you just
I
have
hope you guys
to
will.
just go watch to the end, or if you're listening, listen to the end. It's been a great show. Enjoy.
This episode. Okay.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of hashtag
Ask LiveLeanTV.
I just stole half of your
Yeah, I
line
know,
there.
right? I don't have very many lines. Don't be stealing them.
Lines, quote unquote. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're on episode number 43, as we just said, and it is actually pretty crazy that we've made it through 43 shows.
Pretty crazy cool that you guys have so many questions for us.
Yeah, the questions keep rolling in. We got lots to go. So if you guys want your questions answered on this show, you have to use the hashtag AskLiveLeanTV, and you can send them right here on Twitter. You can put it to Snapchat, on Instagram, or over on Facebook, and we'll find them when you use that hashtag AskLiveLeanTV, and you get your questions answered. I think we should jump right into it.
I have one little ask favor of you guys before we get into your questions. If we've ever answered one of your questions on this show, or if we've ever even helped you in any way with any of our videos, even if you've never talked to us, we just want to know from you, can we please have your progress pictures? We really want to see, you guys transforming and see and celebrate your success. So, we feel like there's a lot more success going on out there that we don't even know about, because we'll randomly get these pictures from people we've never even heard of. So if you've been watching our show for a while, you've been able to be successful transforming your body using our advice, then share your progress with us. We need to see it.
So that's, you can email them to info@liveleantv.com. And the reason, we have a ton of transformation photos already, but we want more. Should we let them in on the secret why?
Sure, yeah.
Because we're actually totally overhauling our liveleantv.com website. We just hired a kick butt web designer company to do it.
Yes.
And it's going to be all centered around your guys' transformation.
Guys,
So.
And when other people see your transformations, it gets them more inspired and more, like, you guys know I've talked about transformation progress pics before and why they're such a good measure of progress and success and everything. It's because it proves to you that transformation literally is possible, and it happens every day to people all over the world. I know sometimes
all different ages, sizes, genders, races. Everybody's jumping in on the Live Lean bandwagon, and we need you guys to do it as well so we can continuously grow.
More proof that it's possible and motivation for future Live Leaners. So thank you in advance for sending them.
All right, let's get to the show. First question on YouTube from Lovin' Life 042 says, I recently had 2 surgeries on abdominal region of the body, and my doctor cleared me to resume my workouts in 1 more week. He wants me to start at 30% intensity if out of 100% and then ease back into things. I haven't worked out in 3 months. I miss the gym so much. I feel kind of lost on what to do for my workouts now. Do you have any tips?
My tip is definitely listen to that advice and take things slow, because the reason is if you don't, you are putting yourself at risk for re-injuring or, messing up the healing process of your surgeries. I don't know what surgeries you're talking about. Every surgery is different. Some take longer recovery times than others, but your doctor knows what they're talking about. So just listen to that advice and take things slow and don't jump the gun. When it comes to what can you be doing, gentler types of exercise include things like walking, possibly swimming unless you have open wounds.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on what the issue is. But, 30% of 100% is still decent. So for instance, you can do everything. I don't know your injury, so I can't speak specifically to it. Like if you're
it might have not been an injury. It could have been cosmetic.
Yeah, whatever it may be. So there may be some exercises that you can't do because of the injury. It's not fully healed yet.
Yeah, it's still going to have scarring or tissue that's
But what
healing.
I was going to say was every exercise out there that's available to you it's not affected by your injury, you can do them. You just have to lower the weight that you're doing.
Yeah.
And lower, so that's the intensity. So the lower the weight. So if you're used to doing squats, squatting 100 pounds. You can still
30 pounds.
squat, but just use a lot less weight, just use 30 pounds. So
Or
you can,
your body weight only.
yeah, so you can still kind of go through the motions in the gym, but just lower the weight, maybe increase your rest periods a little bit because your cardiovascular may not be there if you haven't been training for a while. But just go through the motions, get your body moving again, get the blood flowing to your joints again, do some mobility work, do some yoga, do some walking, some throw in some weight training. You can do pretty much anything, but like we said, just lift lower weights.
You know, we're always talking about how important it is to follow a program. And was this a guy or a girl? I don't know.
This is a girl.
Okay, so we're talking to a female. You might want to try my LiveLean Mom or even my LiveLean Pregnancy program, because those programs, in my opinion, are about 30% of the intensity that I'm used to using, because that's what I did during my pregnancy and my postpartum phase. So if you are looking for a program to follow, you want to know exactly which exercises to do in what orders and how many reps and all of that stuff, those programs are going to be right up your alley, and they're safe, even no matter what you got going on in the middle, because, I had a whole baby there. So I was able to do all these workouts while I was pregnant and recovering, so they should work for you.
All right, next question.
Okay, Chris Bravo on Twitter says, do you prefer hot showers or cold showers, and why? Does anyone like cold showers?
Why would I prefer a cold shower over a hot shower?
I think maybe some people like cold showers because it's like wakes you up, but no, man, no.
I can't.
Hot all the way.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're trying to recover your body or you're trying to like wake yourself up, jump into a cold tub or get into a cold
Ice
shower.
bath.
But I mean, for everyday living, like what?
Gives me the chills thinking about it.
What normal person who's not like crazy wants to get into a cold shower versus a hot shower? I mean, all mine are. All mine.
Well, you have like a high like body temperature normally. Like he's just always like running hot, and I'm always running cold. So I could see maybe for someone who just feels hot all the time, a cold shower might be nice.
Well, like,
and after a hard workout, it might be nice. I used to take cold showers when I just could not cool down. Like if you work out in the summer and you're just like constant sweating.
Yeah, or if I'm like, maybe I shouldn't go there.
What?
I was like, just maybe if I'm amped to go do something couple-wise, but we have a baby sleeping in our bed, we can't. So maybe I could go take a cold shower then.
Your frustrations? I don't know. This is getting out of hand, but our answer is hot.
I mean, hot. Yeah, hot. I don't know. I mean, I don't know like what you were looking for with that question, but that's the answer. Okay, next question on YouTube from Jose Lastra says, "Hi Brad and Jess, short story. I went from being overweight, 90 kilos with 1.7 meters height, to 65 kilos doing HIIT with calorie deficit. Now I've tried to gain muscle in the gym and eating more food since August. I've seen some results, but not so significant. Plus, I still have the mind of a fat person and think if I eat too much, I can go back to where it was. How can you change the attitude so you do not lose heart and just leave it? Greetings from Chile, you're awesome. P.S. Sorry for my English."
Oh, cute.
English is on point, brother.
Yeah, English was all right. Okay, good. So, mentality of a fat person, this is an interesting thing. I do think that it takes more time than I think people expect it to take to really change your habitual ways and your mindset and like what you believe yourself to be, because if you go a long time like thinking of yourself as a fat person and then you're not fat anymore, it takes a little while for your brain to catch up with that. So I do think that you don't want to eat too much, because it's true. If you do start overeating and eating the way that you used to eat to get yourself overweight, then you probably are going to get overweight again. So you got to eat the right amount. So I would say focus on eating the right amount, not necessarily just on more all the time, because you are going to get to a level of eating that is enough food for you. And it's kind of caps off there. You don't need to like continuously up your calories.
Okay, well, so I agree with that, and I'll take it even a step further. I'm going to say to you, like, think about the foods you were eating when you got fat. Think about the foods that you're going to be eating to build muscle. Two completely different types of foods, regardless of how much you're eating or not.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
The foods that you're eating to get that when you became fat. I mean, no one's born fat. Like they have to.
Well, everyone's born fat, actually.
But they have to get there. So think about the foods that you like. You got to get out of this mind frame that food is evil or food leads to fat. Food does not lead to fat. Right. Eating the wrong types of foods, too much of those foods leads to fat. So you're in this new training, and when you were getting fat, you probably weren't working out either. Yeah. So you're doing positive habits, you're eating better foods now. So
Different
you're
types.
doing all of the right things. If you're going to get fat again, you're going to be eating the wrong types of foods in the wrong quantities and stop working out. Those are the habits that's going to bring you back to being fat. Working out, eating healthy foods, but eating just in a slight calorie surplus, like 200 to 300 calories tops per day to put you in that muscle building zone, is not going to get you fat. So that's the mindset. Like, you're on the right path as long as you're eating within that calorie window of 200 to 300 surplus, you're still exercising, and the calories are coming from high quality foods, whole foods, proteins, healthy fats, healthy carbohydrates, then you are good, brother. Like, you got to just trust the process and you're going to make it.
Yeah, totally. When we talk about a calorie surplus for gaining muscle, we're not saying like eat as much food as you possibly can in a day. We're talking about adding like a post-workout protein shake to your regular meals.
Yeah.
Like, that alone will get you 300 calories above your needs, and that will do it. So it's like, I think people are confused by what a surplus means. It's like, a surplus isn't just go bananas and eat everything in your
Not
fridge.
the live lean way, guys. Not when we're building muscle, which both of us are doing right now. We're in that, like I said, the 200-300 calorie window. That's not a Twinkie that we're eating to get us over there. That's like just a little bit more nut butter, or like another shake, like you said.
Little extra avocado.
Little extra,
like the snacks I talked about in an episode a couple weeks ago.
Or even like a healthier form of bread. Like, so an Ezekiel bread. Like, I'm eating more Ezekiel bread now that I'm in the muscle building window, because I know I need to have more calories. And the carbs are easiest to get in there to get that. So, but it's a healthy carb. So I know you're on the right path.
Always paired with protein and vegetables.
I know you're on the right path, Jose. So you just keep doing it, man. And I want to see those before and after photos as well. You're the typical guy. I haven't heard from you yet. This is the first time you've asked a question. You said you've had a transformation. You've been watching the show, so we want to see those before and after photos and get those in. Next question.
All right, Melissa London says, hello guys. I got back to the Live Lean Lifestyle wagon after dropping out months ago. I'm currently 225, 102 kilograms, and 5'4". What type of warm-up do you recommend, knowing I do experience knee pain as my joints took a toll with my recent weight gain?
All right, so warm-up wise, like, I'll give you two different examples of warm-up wise. If you live in a cold climate and your body temperature is really low, you know, a good like aerobic type exercise on the treadmill just to get warmed up, like 5 to 10 minutes, put a little bit of an incline on it. Walk, you could do the rower for a little bit, you could do any form of cardio exercise. But if you live in a warmer climate, your body temperature is already up, and you just want to get the blood flowing, you want to get the joints lubricated, what I prefer to do is do the actual exercise that's first in your workout program, but just do it at a much lighter weight. So you're going through the motions. You're seeing how much range of motion your joints are going to give you that day. So for instance, a squat. If you're regularly squatting like 135 pounds for, you know, your 10 rep squat, you know, go like 60% of that. So just put on whatever 65% of that is. Like, just go 65%, like a 95-pound dumbbell or something, or barbell, and then go and just go through like,
you could even warm up
seven to 8 reps or so, nice and slow, feeling the range, going back up again, just to get the muscles and the blood flowing, and the synovial fluids going to the joints to warm yourself up. So those are two approaches. Do it.
One of the things we always recommend for people who are coming from being obese, you know, when you're starting with a lot of body weight you need to lose, a lot of fat loss, walking is huge, you know, and I don't know if this is a part of your daily routine already or not, but you don't need to do a warm up to walk. You just start walking, you know, so that's one thing we want you doing a lot of. Like you said, you just got back on the wagon. Maybe you're not even weightlifting right now. Maybe you're just taking it easy and slowly building up your stamina and everything. Again, if you're dealing with knee pain, you probably aren't squatting 135 pounds, you know, so even squatting no weight at all is going to be good for your knees right now to build back up the strength that you need. But a lot of walking is going to help you lose weight without, you know, knee pain like you're talking about. I would also encourage you to do a lot of upper body exercises. If you go to a gym, you can do things like pull downs, you know, cable exercises, dumbbell exercise with your upper body to also avoid overworking your knees, you know, because when you do have a lot of body weight like that, there's a lot of pressure on your knees, even when you are just walking or standing or getting up, you know. So definitely take it easy on things that hurt you. But your number one main goal is to get active on a daily basis. And then, well, I should say your number one goal is to get your nutrition in check, because that's going to help you drop the weight the most. And then number two is get your body active every single day, no excuse.
Yeah, and I would say it's a priority to get your knee fixed as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
if you're having pain, get it checked out, figure out what's causing the pain.
Yeah, like get on, like speak to an in-person physical therapist to figure out what the problem is so you can fix the problem so it doesn't keep happening over time and re-injuring it and adding more weight because you can't move your body. Like, get to the root of the problem. Like, invest the money and the time right now so you can fix the problem. And
honestly, she might not even have a knee injury. Like, sometimes just excess body weight like that can cause knee pain because, like I said, it's a lot of stress and weight on your knees. So getting the weight off is going to help your knees.
Yeah. Okay, next question on Twitter from Alma J says, what do you recommend food and exercise-wise to get smaller glutes? I'm already eating
Who wants that?
healthy fats and protein. Smaller glutes. We want the big glutes. We want the booty.
Okay, so
big butts and again. Okay.
All right, to get smaller anything. Well, okay, I don't know where you're coming from, if your glutes are super muscular or if you're storing a lot of body fat there, but either way, the answer is going to be, reducing the amount of calories you're intaking and increasing your activity level. Wah, wah. Boring answer. Ugh.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. So unfortunately, like doing thousands of reps of squats isn't going to make your muscles smaller. In order to make your muscles smaller, you actually have to let them atrophy, which means like stop using them as much.
Well, no, you can actually like overtrain them to break them down and not allow them to recover again.
But I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, no, like I think, like, I don't know, Alma, what if it's fat that you're looking to lose. I mean, more than likely it's fat that you need to lose than muscle.
I don't think anyone has massively muscular
So it's just like we always say to people.
Yeah.
Most people are like, how do I lose belly fat? Well, it's not just the belly fat, it's the overall body fat. Some people store body fat in certain areas of the body and it's the last to go, and that's usually like a hormonal thing.
Yeah.
If it's
Some people are blessed enough for that to be in the booty instead of the
belly. Honestly,
that's way better.
I think you should celebrate it as opposed to just saying.
Just saying. But listen, we want to get you what you want. So the answer to get you what you want, I would say, number one, dial in your nutrition. Find out, are you eating the right amount for your body or are you overeating?
Yep.
And, train. I would say do more plyometrics. To me, plyometric leg exercises are the best for slimming your legs. Instead of doing like hypertrophy style training for your legs, I would have you doing a lot of jumps, jumping jacks, jump rope, box jump, things like that. Okay? All right. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So Carrie Estes says, do you ever worry about your cholesterol levels?
Cholesterol. No, I don't, because I get them checked. Honestly, last time I had them checked, here's the story. And this is like for all you people out there who are like,
freaking out.
Meat. You eat too much meat, it's going to give you a heart attack, this and that.
Everyone freaks out about the egg yolks.
Get over yourself, people. So here's
2017.
Yeah, welcome to this world. Here's a story. So I had my blood levels checked, just a routine checkup with my doctor. She sees this young guy walk in, got muscles and everything. So she's like, he's probably going to be in decent shape. On the exterior, he looks good. And she went, did my blood test, came back, and she looked, and she's like, just kind of looked at me like this. And I was like, we're good, right, bro? And she was like, yeah. She's like, honest to God. And she was an experienced doctor. She said, I've never seen a blood test as good as your levels are right now, like your cholesterol. And the thing is, there was bad cholesterol in my family. Like my dad.
You were kind of expecting it to be
So
high,
I was thinking potentially like this is a hereditary thing. And she's like, your cholesterol levels are amazing. Like what are you doing?
And remember the thing she said about your tongue?
And yeah, and then the tongue thing. Like, as soon as I opened up my tongue, they looked at my tongue. They're like,
"What? It's pink."
You're paleo, right? I said, "You got it." And I was like, "How did you know?" They're like, "Because your tongue is like completely the way it's intended to be,
and grayish white, and like a lot of people."
But anyway, back to the story that. So here's me, like, a YouTuber. I'm like, my life is on video, and I was like just getting ready to pull out my camera and put her on spot, like. Can you just reiterate to all my followers like what you just said? And I didn't do it. I should have done it. But anyway.
Did you just get shy? She didn't say no, right? You just didn't
No,
ask.
I never even asked.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like all up there.
I wonder if she would have let you.
So guys, like, how should I put this? Stop being headline readers and start researching real things. When
using your own body as an experiment.
Or using your own body. When people say that eating red meat, like, and we're talking about grass-fed, organic, healthy animals.
Oh wait, you don't mean McDonald's hamburgers?
We're not talking about McDonald's hamburgers that's refined, that's stuck between two buns.
What about bologna?
Or hot dog, like, we're talking about real meat, and I'm getting passionate because I'm getting so tired of answering these questions. We're talking about real meat here, guys. Real meat, full of nutrients, full of everything. So I'm just gonna stop there. We're talking about real meat.
All right, okay.
Real meat.
This is getting stressful, but the answer to your question is no, we don't worry about it.
No, because I've tested my blood. That's why, because I know I got results. Next question.
Okay, so Iva says, hi, I'm 15 years old and it's my dream to become a biathlete. Do you think that it's too late to become one?
15?
Too late?
Dude, you're 15.
It's early.
I've got 31. I got 21 years on you, and I could still become a biathlete if I wanted. You got 21 years to get to that level. Like,
no, I mean, she should, if you want to be really seriously competitive, you definitely need to start in your teen years. Because the people who are at the top, I think, started young.
I don't follow.
I wouldn't recommend waiting till you're 36.
So for all the people, I think, that don't know what a biathlete is, isn't it like a cross-country skier and a rifle? Like,
wait, what?
A biathlon, I think.
I know what a triathlon is.
Well, it's a two-sport, but I think it's two specific sports. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like, when I'm watching
assumed it was like running and swimming or running and biking.
No, I think it's an Olympic event, and they call it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but.
I guess we're the wrong people to ask this question.
No, I mean, just logical sense is those two sports, if that's what it is, cross-country skiing and shooting, like that's not really.
What kind of shooting?
Like target shooting.
Not bow and arrow, but like a gun?
No, like a gun. Like in the Olympics where they cross-country ski, then they get down and they aim.
Okay.
You got to watch the Winter Olympics.
I'm so lost.
So you got plenty of time is bottom line. You got...
It's never too late to do anything your heart desires. Like, we absolutely have seen people of every age accomplish all kinds of amazing stuff. So never think that you're too old or it's too late to start anything. Do it now.
Yeah, there's asterisks beside that.
Why?
Do you think a 90-year-old is going to play in the NBA and win an NBA championship against LeBron James?
Well, they could at least try and have fun doing it.
No, but I'm saying, can they accomplish? I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
it's
they could try. They could surprise us.
It's all, great to be motivational and all that stuff, but you got to be motivational with your head on your shoulders. And
she's 15 though.
No, I'm giving her all the motivation in the world, like inspiration. You can do this. Like, you got to just focus on it and execute. But you got plenty of years.
What I would recommend specifically to you is ask somebody who's actually involved in that specific sport and see when they started and kind of like what it took to become successful in it.
Yeah, and model what they did.
Yeah, model what they did.
But 15,
we don't even know what that sport is.
I know what it is. You just don't know.
I don't know.
All right, next question.
Okay. All right, so Sabrina Boyer says, I love the show. Keep up the great work. My question for you guys is, what do you think about Shakeology?
Shakeology.
I believe this is Beachbody's supplement line.
I mean, I don't know much about it, so I don't know. I've never tried it. It's not like a product that I've ever tried, so I don't know.
I've had many clients ask me about it and like send me the nutrition label and stuff, and I look at it and it's kind of like, to be honest with you, it has too many ingredients for my liking. It doesn't make the clean, live lean, approved.
Well, no, just
label.
because it has a lot of ingredients doesn't mean it's bad. Like, it depends on what the ingredients are.
I think I remember there being like soy protein in it.
Oh.
And, a few things that we would prefer not to have.
I don't know. I think I remember Shakeology had whey in it, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Like, I got people asking me about Herbalife and all this other stuff, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
not one of the supplements we use.
Yeah,
so
we just don't use it.
Our opinion is we just don't know because we don't use it.
And but if you look at it and it's whey protein, or if it's a clean, like if it's a non-soy based protein, and it has healthy ingredients and it's sweetened naturally, like with sucralose, or not sucralose, with stevia. Or and you just look at the ingredients, you know what's in there, then go for it. But if it looks like it's a science experiment, you don't know anything in it, it's like loaded with just artificial stuff, then I just wouldn't do it.
And yeah, I mean, you're right. A lot of ingredients isn't necessarily a negative thing. You could have like a lot of vitamins and a lot of natural foods.
Yeah, like you look at
bad, like athletic greens or something.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You look at our greens powders that we take, and it's like a long list of ingredients.
But if you can't pronounce any of them, then it's like that's a sign. The other point I want to make here is Shakeology or any other supplement shouldn't be taken as like a magic pill. Like, don't think this one supplement is going to change your life, because what's really going to change your life is your daily behaviors, habits, and actions that you're taking, not necessarily a supplement. So I'm just putting that kind of out there, as I feel like, you know, there is a lot of advertising when it comes to supplements, and they're all telling you, oh, this supplement helped me lose these many pounds and everything, when in reality, a supplement is just a very small piece of your diet. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, next question, Snapchat from Abby Lopez 42 says, hi Brad, are you familiar with the protein brand Quest? Is it LiveLean approved? Okay, this is my favorite brand of protein and the ingredients seem clean, thanks. Also, adding on to the plantains question, are they healthy? Man, it seems like everybody's been asking about plantains lately.
We need to start trying them, I guess.
Yeah, so, well, I guess in like Mexico, like
South America,
they're very,
they're
like
common.
Very common, yeah. So
I think Cubans eat them. And,
okay, let's get to the first question. Quest, so we've mentioned Quest on the show before. We're fans of Quest. It's like we were saying.
Like so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this on the last week about protein bars. Like,
it's our top of the ones you can store by.
Yes, and I don't know much about their protein because I don't think I've ever really tried it.
I've tried their powdered protein like a couple of times, just like sample packets of it, and I thought it was fine. It was okay. It wasn't good enough to make me switch from what we use now, which is my protein, which I like better.
Yeah, so like it's I think like it's a good way to go. You know,
good way, was that a pun?
I'm glad you picked up on that because I did.
Okay. So is it LiveLean approved, yes or no?
Yes, I would say, but we just use My Protein. We're sponsored by My Protein, and they have they have so many different products on there that, you know, single ingredient products that we know that we can control what's going in them. So that's why we like to go there. And then the next question,
the simpler the better.
Yeah, and then the next question is on plantains. So are they healthy? We talked about that last show. So yes, you can go ahead and do plantains. Last question of the show.
Okay, Emily Jane 109 says, previously I've been doing a lot of research with plant-based diets. Have you guys ever considered the health risks of consuming animal protein?
No.
The benefits of cutting, I'm like having a hard time reading this question. No. The benefits of cutting animal products seem to complement your guys' ultimate message, but rather in terms of diseases, cancer prevention, weight loss, and chronic illness reversals. What is your take on it?
For the people on the podcast, I'm just staring directly into the camera. I think you got my answer.
Moment of silence.
I think you got my answer from the previous question that we answered.
Wait, which previous question?
About my cholesterol levels.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
So we've talked about this so much. Like, I don't know how else to put it, that the meat that we're eating is organic, grass-fed meat. The foods the animals are eating are natural foods. It's maintaining the healthy fats in the animal. They're, you know, from a humanity standpoint, yes, like animals are losing their lives for us to eat, but they're doing it, the stuff that we buy, they're doing it in quote unquote a humane way. That, you know, to vegans, that may not be the answer they want to hear, but that's the way we do it. I've been eating meat my entire life. Since I got on my transformation, I've been eating, like I said, the organic grass-fed meat, and my energy levels have never been higher. My body fat has never been lower. My leanness, my health, my blood, like everything is on point. I got pregnant with Jessica like that.
You mean you got Jessica pregnant?
No, we got pregnant.
Yeah, okay.
Like everything, every health factor in my life is like check mark. There's nothing missing. Like I'm 36 years old. I still look like I'm 20. Like I don't know what else I can say to that. I'm a big believer that meat, animal protein, it's part of the food chain. We were meant to eat. I'm not knocking people who are vegans. You do you. I figured out something that has worked for me. It's worked for a lot of my clients that work with us. Works for you.
Totally.
There's horror stories out there about vegans as well. Like, look into it. Like, about them losing their libido.
You know
about
what's
them
weird
losing
is that,
energy.
yeah.
Like,
oh, totally.
Like, it's there.
Having hormone imbalances, like hair falling out, all kinds of stuff. But you know what's one thing that's so weird is that like people like us who actually do eat meat and animal products, we don't sit here on YouTube making a million videos about how horrible veganism is. Because if you want to be a vegan, that's totally cool. And we're not trying to like shove our way down your throat or change your mind about anything. But we're constantly bombarded by people trying to tell us how dangerous it is to eat and how wrong it is to eat animals.
Constantly.
I feel like it's constant.
I feel
like,
the passion coming from you. This is usually me
mean,
going off.
I know, but like I try to hold back because I don't want to start a fight, and I'm like not trying to start a fight with anybody, and I'm totally fine. If you want to unfollow us because of our beliefs, that's completely fine. But, you know, we're showing you guys what makes us feel amazing and what does incredible results for us and for all of the people who listen to our advice. And I just feel like, you know, more people than not are still eating animal protein. And I feel like, is that a fair saying to say that? Like, you go to a restaurant and, you know, 80%, well, most restaurants, unless it's a vegan restaurant, have, you know, meat in the menu.
And to get back to
more normal than not to consume animal products.
And to get back to the question, they say, in terms of disease, cancer prevention, weight loss, and chronic illness reversals, this is the people who are eating McDonald's hamburgers. Like, it's not meat.
Right.
It's like...
It's the way the meat is processed.
It's not even meat. Like,
yeah, it's not even meat at that point.
It's like whatever it is. Like... And then the things that goes into what they're eating, like the hamburger buns, their way of life, they're chugging it down with a soda.
The unhealthy oils and the sugar.
The research that they're doing is saying that it's the meat that's doing it. So they're lumping in all meat into fast food meat.
The American diet
Like,
exactly.
guys, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you eat vegan or if you eat... I mean, I want you to eat like us because I want you to feel like us. I want you to live our lifestyle. But that's not to say we're not going to be homies if you're vegan. I love you if you're vegan.
We have a lot of friends that are. We're cool with that. Yeah.
Like, so do you. Figure out what works for you. Let other people live their lives.
Yes.
And, you know, if we're over here and we're killing it with our nutrition, we're like... Our blood levels, our tests are on point.
Healthy in every way you could imagine.
Woosah.
I know. This conversation is so hard for us because we're trying so hard not to offend anyone.
It's got to end though.
We keep on getting questions. When are you guys going to come out with a vegetarian plant-based cookbook or whatever? I'm sorry.
That's
You're
not
going
what
to have
we
to
do.
find another channel to get that from because it just isn't what we do.
I think we went on enough of a rant.
All right.
But Emily, Jane, this is not a knock on you for asking the question.
Not at all.
I don't want you to be like, oh my God, they just ripped me a new one because I asked a question. It's not.
No.
It's just that...
Just opened up
It's just that we're dealing with these type of questions over and over again from people who... They're reading headlines, once again. They're reading the headlines. They're not getting into the nitty-gritty of what they're actually talking about.
Or trying things and feeling them for themselves. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've had someone come to me and say, I tried vegan, and now I'm here with my health and results and everything. And then they want help after that. So I'm not saying that it doesn't work for everyone long-term. I'm just saying I personally have tried it too for myself. And then I got to that point where the results weren't good.
And honestly, maybe the people who are eating vegan... That means they're eating like
a bunch
carbaholics
of
the entire time.
And
yeah, like
pretzels and
they're not
like,
eating
who knows what.
greens and everything else. But you know, that's a whole other story, guys. We're gonna end it right there.
Yes.
Let's move on to the question of the day.
Okay. Whew, I'm all sweaty now though. Okay. So question of the, is it my turn to ask it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it was actually yours. Mine was last time.
Okay. Do you have something in mind that you wanted to ask?
Well, okay.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Do we want to stay on this path of like, you know, the two opposing opinions? And
let's just ask this. If you guys are watching our channel and you're vegan, do you like look down at us for eating meat? Or does it make you not want to follow us because we eat meat?
That's a good question right there. I would love to know.
Yeah,
or... Be honest, you know, we're not going to get our feelings hurt.
Or are you like, you guys are on a path, You're helping millions of people out there. Even if you don't believe in our nutrition beliefs, but our exercise stuff's on point, do you still follow us even if you're vegan? Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. And I would kind of love to know from you guys, do you struggle with the two ideas? Because I know some people are kind of in the middle, like they still eat meat, but sometimes they think about going plant-based or ditching meat because they sort of believe all the talk. Are you in the middle? Are you struggling? Or are you hardcore one way or the other?
Let's just say the question
All right.
is, have you tried vegan? Are you still doing vegan? Do you love it? If not, have you tried it and you've gone back to the way that we're talking about?
That's a lot of questions for
you.
So
you guys figure it out.
Go below, just talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, well, we got to end the show, guys. But thank you so much. We love each and every single one of you, regardless of what your beliefs are, what you're currently doing, where you are in your journey. We absolutely appreciate, love, respect everyone from you that you're watching the show.
And you know what?
We're
not new to YouTube. So
yeah,
we're
got thick
totally
skin.
aware. Yeah, we're totally aware that some of you are going to hate this episode.
Yeah.
And you're going to probably say something negative. And, we're kind of okay with that. Like, we understand that a part of our mission of helping hundreds of thousands of people around the world transform their body is going to require some people not liking the way we do things.
Even Mother Teresa has haters.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, thanks for watching and keep
living lean.
Boy.
Thank you, guys.
Shout out to all our Live Lean podcast listeners. We love you and would so appreciate it if you would give this podcast a review. We need your feedback to improve and grow. So please give us a review right now.